Yo, yo, yo. What's up?
What's happening? Blueprint Sessions.
We at it again.
Episode number?
What's up?
18.
Is it not 17?
No, we did 17 last
Oh, okay. Is that 17 is
It's
KOD,
KOD,
basically
yeah.
the review of KOD. Dope.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Hey,
we got...
wait. Why wasn't I here for KOD? Randy knowing very well that I'm a die-hard J. Cole fan.
You're a J. Cole fan, Jay?
Dude,
That
from
was the
day
last
one.
minute thing, man.
From day one.
It was kind of like just like, oh man, you know what? J. Cole just dropped an album, man. We need to talk about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that how I win?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear your opinion. By the way, for people who don't know this is Jay.
He's been on the Blueprint Sessions.
He's
a couple
here
of
with
times.
us. He came to rock with us today, and we're gonna have fun with him. So tell us about KOD, man. What do you
KOD.
think?
What did you think?
KOD, my friend. Cole knows what's popping right now.
Yeah.
And he has an issue that we all have as die-hard rap fans.
Yeah.
So instead of I'm going to do the old school sound, the boom bap, and show you kids how to rap,
Yeah.
how about I flip your sound and add some content into it, which is actually rap. Like literally, I'll take your sonics, the instrumentals, and I'll add some content. I'll give you the same hooks. I'll repeat what I'm saying, but it's content. Count it up.
Yeah.
Count it up. Count it up. Count it.
Yeah. ATM.
You can take it when you die, but you can live
Can't
without
without
it.
it. Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah.
same stuff that these new kids are doing. He did the
Yeah.
same damn thing, but with content.
Yeah.
That's my overall view of it.
For me though, I don't feel like he took the sound. I'll tell you why. Because for me the sound, like I was talking to LZ last week and I was saying to him, look, I love the content of the album. I will not lie about that. In terms of sonically, in terms of like the sound, I still don't like the sound because I still feel like it's like that for your eyes only.
It has some elements, yeah.
It's got that for your eyes only type of vibe. And it's a couple of songs which is like for what's it? Kevin's Heart. Kevin's Heart that is kind of switched up and a bit of
ATM. ATM he trapped.
ATM he kind of traps.
That was the single. Yeah.
ATM the flow is ATM is kind of trappish, but it's not like that. You know what I mean? Like that new generation, new school
What
trap.
is trap one? I'll
First
tell
of
you
all,
what trap
trap
is.
is old school.
I'll tell you what trap is. T.I.
I was actually gonna talk about
That is
T.I.
trap, not this whole thing with little Uzis and whatever. But that's not trap.
But T.I.
mumble.
sound. But if you listen to
Travis Scott, that's not trap.
But if you listen to T.I. sound, Neche, if you listen to T.I. sound, like it's even T.I. sound sounds more trappish than J. Cole's approach on this album. But I said to LZ, I can understand why he didn't want to go all out trap. Because we would have missed the message.
Exactly.
Like the message, we would have missed it, bro.
And at the end of the day, he has to go and add a bit of himself into it. You know, not just for example, if you go into rock as a rapper, like Hova did, you can't just run into rock and rap like, you have to go there and add your own.
You still need to be yourself. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I
True,
believe
true,
that's
true.
what this nigga J. Cole did with it.
No,
he
100%.
added himself into it. He took this whole thing that's popping right now that everybody thinks is amazing, but all the rappers that they're trashing it. And it was like, oh, yo, kids, you know what? I understand that this new vibe is bouncy, it's more cooler, but guess what? Look at what else you can do with it.
Yeah.
You can actually go and add some content, which what is hip hop.
Yeah.
That is hip hop. If you kids want to come and be branded as hip hop,
Yeah.
how about you try it this way instead of coming and talking about pills and all this stuff? Yeah. He had a song there where he addressed a little pump thing. I don't know who Lil Pump is. I never heard you went out. Do you know? Did you see how smart he did that? He didn't come and diss
That wasn't
you.
a diss,
I schooled
dude.
you.
That wasn't a.
I'm advising you on how to live your life in this game.
Straight up.
And to pop off.
Straight
and in
up.
the end,
Did
be a
you
grown-ass
Did you
man,
reply
wealthy.
to what Lil Pump was saying? Because Lil Pump was the one that just
Lil Pump started the whole thing with the. But
and
did you
he kept quiet the whole time. Then he came like,
with the whole song.
okay, back to this guy that was talking about me.
I'm gonna advise you. I'm gonna advise
But
you.
also,
Feed your soul.
the thing is, he doesn't even mention Lil Pump's name.
Yeah.
So
At
it's
all.
just not to just Lil Pump, but
to
it's to all the
everyone.
new kids, new school
Yeah.
kids.
He didn't go in diss. I'm advising you as an OG who's been doing this, who's dope at it. You know it. You trying to reach through me.
Yeah.
But my friend, if you want to pop off in life and be a grown-ass man with riches and be comfortable, this is what you do, my friend. If you
Lil
don't,
Pump even went and gone
I was about to
buy
talk
his mama house,
I was about to bring that.
if you don't go in and do this here,
which was
I
so
saw that
dumb
article,
because
bro.
at first he was like, I don't care about J.
Yeah,
Cole
he's like,
dissing
I'm
me,
just
blah,
doing
blah,
some
blah.
I'm 17.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm having
17.
fun.
Yeah.
Next thing he buys,
So
his
he buys a
mama
house.
I'm like,
I was like, yeah. No, wisdom though. Humility though.
yeah.
Humility.
I wouldn't
though.
say it's humility, but
No, but I'm saying, but LZ, look, he could have still had pride in the sense of he's like, no, I ain't gonna listen to this guy. I'm not even gonna buy that house. I'm gonna because like these new school kids, like these new school kids, bruh. If more than anything now, they don't even want to listen to anything the OGs have to say, and instead of that, whatever the OGs try to advise them to do, they do the opposite. They run the opposite way. You know what I mean? So for him to go and actually purchase that house, I think it's about what 4.5.
I didn't even look at that.
I think 4.5 million.
I believe humility is you going in public and saying, you know what, you're right.
That's humility.
No, of course, that too. But
if you're gonna be like,
this is the new school.
If you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm 17. Hey, mom, here's 4.4, go buy a house. No, to me, that's not humility. That's you being a hypocrite. Me, I believe, my friend.
Okay, I feel you. I actually understand that.
Like me, I've had some arguments with guys, like some OGs about hip hop, to the point where I was like, no, because I'm very arrogant. People know me. I'm like a yay kind of arrogant, because especially with
I agree with that.
especially in the stuff that I know. If I know this topic and you're talking about my friend, I become a yay. But then there's been some guys who like school me to the point where I was being a yay 3 seconds ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. I feel like an ass, but it's more like, you know what? I learned something from it. I want you to know that yes, you corrected me. I learned this, so now I can go and have this conversation with somebody else at even higher and deeper level.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you 100%.
What about the drug element in the album, though?
Oof.
In KOD.
Man.
That's the one thing that is popping off right now, drugs.
Yeah.
Everybody.
100%.
My friend, I grew up here in Quigney. From the age of 14, I knew what coke looked like. I know the cost of it. I know how to move it, weed and pills.
Yeah.
Now.
That's deep.
Now, you walk into a butchery in Quigney. You can get dope. You walk into a hairdresser in Quigney, it's very simple. You can get dope. You walk into a corner store in Quigney and you see.
There's so many hairdressers around here in Quigney,
exactly,
bro.
my friend.
And they
like
all
now,
by
and I've always asked myself the question. I'm like,
it's become so open now.
Nigerians,
It's become so open now. Like weed in Quigney. Like weed in Quigney, get a white boy standing in the corner outside his car. He's selling weed, but you think he's just standing there speaking to his black friends while they're smoking a cigarette. We all know these 3 white boys in Quigney who are always in those corners are selling this. And now it's more like an open thing. There's lean. You can find a random kid with these friends out there. These kids are talking about, yo, my nigga, like last night I had a bag of coke. Wait, my friend, I'm coming from work. I'm 27 years old. I'm walking past you kids, 15, 16, and I'm hearing you saying, yesterday you had a bag of coke. Like, why is that the cool thing not to be doing drugs? And it truly is a new thing now to be doing all
it's crazy, man.
These drugs and all this stuff.
It's crazy, bro. Like I for me, sorry, but for me, like I truly enjoyed the album because of that whole theme that he had, that KOD theme. Yeah. But behind the KOD theme was another theme, which was, and that's like the main theme, and which has been portraying throughout his music videos as well. That choose wisely type of thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which obviously delves into. Like, he delves into a lot of things. Drugs, affairs, like, a whole lot of stuff, man. Violence, all this stuff. Exactly, you know what I mean?
He's married.
And behind that...
Married?
He's married, but he's like...
I did not know this.
Oh, my word, bro.
Before his third album.
Kidding?
Are you serious? You didn't know this for real?
I did not know this.
Yep, before his third album,
bro, Cole is married, but he's like... He's keeping it on the low.
He's like, all the songs she knows was about him.
Because of the guy, he learned so much from being on tour, from the music industry. He learned so much to the point where, you know what, I don't actually need all this here. I wanted.
Yeah.
But, damn, I'm okay with this. Like, I'm happier with this. And the fact that this is making me all this money, it's fine. It's making our life a whole lot better. So this works more. So instead of this using me, because I'm born a musician, I'm an artist, I'm a creative, I do this. It's me. And this industry is using that to control me. So now, you know what? You, the Rock Nation, it's fine, guys. I'll give you guys your last album. I'm alone now, meaning I decide when to do this.
He's not part of Rock Nation no more? Last album?
Nigga.
Wait.
He has signed himself now.
Whoa.
Oh, is that why he's always taking
Because I know about Dreamville. He signed himself. But like, I thought I thought he was still under Rock Nation.
No, signed himself.
So, okay, wait. Let me get
it.
So KOD, like, when did he start going solo?
My friend, if you listen to Be Free, that song, his verse, he says, this chain, forget this chain, but this ain't me. though I'm eternally grateful to Jay-Z. He put me on. Now I'm out. And this is the game. This is my view of it. I need you to understand that in my time, I'm going to do this thing. It's not like now, take a Cole every year.
Yeah.
It's like I can wait 4 years.
I missed that line. And I love that song so much. Because I thought that
wait,
song was
I've never heard that song.
slavery.
Which song is that? Which song, Be Free? Which album is it on? Which album is it on?
It's on an album. I don't think it's
So
on
it's just
any
a single?
album. It's free, yeah.
It's just
Be
okay.
Free.
I've never listened to that song.
The last album.
And I was a huge Cole fan
The last album
up until
he did the 2014 Forest Hills, my friend. The last album.
is that the last album with Rock Nation?
Rock Nation.
Okay.
So in this album, he's not
Which
on
makes
Rock
sense then why For Your Eyes Only sounds the way it sounds.
But props to Rock Nation for still promoting him, though.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Dude, it's like I said, Jay saw the vision. He saw the kid, the greatness. And all he did was, I'm going to fund you, kid. Whatever you want to do with your art, fine. Hence, this guy was signed in the year 2008. People only know of him in 2012.
Yeah, that's
Jay was like, I know you have this in you. So I'm just going to go and fund you. I'm not, because some artists were like, yo, dude, now we need an album and a mixtape. We need an album to release. You flop, here's a second chance. If you flop this, you're done. But then this guy was signed in 2008. In 2012, that's 4 years later. That's 5 albums in. They let him until he found his niche. And then they're like, there you go, my friend. Go play with the world.
You know what, man? I was actually listening to, because after KOD, like I listened to KOD, I was like, wow, man, this is, like, I'm really feeling the message of this album. Yeah. I went back to listen to, I got Cold World, Sideline Story. I went back, I got Born Sinner. I went back, I got...
You're actually moving forward. Not bad.
No, I'm talking about I went back to his albums, the previous albums that he released.
Cold World,
Cold World, Sideline Story.
Warm-up, Friday Night Lights.
No, but I've listened to those. That's when I first came on J. Cole. Warm Up, Friday Night Lights.
So after
I
KOD,
don't want to listen to mixtapes. I want to listen to albums.
Yeah.
So I went back. I listened to Cold World, Sideline Story. I went back and listened to Born Sinner. Listened to Forest Hills Drive and stuff like that. And then For Your Eyes Only, I still haven't listened to it just because of what I heard from the first 2 singles, the False Prophets
it's
and
a
thingy.
sound.
Like the sound. I just
the Sonic's not really
put me off.
Cool.
100%.
That's the thing. It's not cool. Everybody's just looking for that cool. The bounce.
Yeah, because that's what I was used to J. Cole doing. You know what I mean? Even in his mixtapes.
Yeah, he was
like he would have that song, those couple of songs in the mixtapes where they like sound first. I mean, not sound
like the very low For Your Eyes Only type. Yeah,
but like it wasn't like the whole album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I went back and listened to those. And I could just see the growth. It's like in every album I could just tell. I'm like, okay, snap, this guy is growing. I'm like, okay, this dude is growing. It's like now and getting a KOD. I'm like, whoa, this dude has come a long way.
My friend, to me,
this dude is coming on.
The scariest thing about him and me was like I realized that, damn, on Forest Hills Drive, he finally broke his voice.
Yeah.
His voice finally broke.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a grown man.
Yeah.
Like, of course, he still got that cute boy look, but his voice is broken. He sounds like a man who can be a father.
He doesn't even care about how he looks.
Yeah.
Nah, true.
He's like ruggedy, bro.
True.
And I actually respect
Cole is the
that.
one, my friend.
And
they
like
said it.
Broke up from that guy used to love Jordans and the whole
change, that whole rock look,
baseball jerseys and what.
And it's like you look back at the music videos and you can kind of tell it's like it's not him. It's so weird.
Yeah, you know what,
it's like
you're right. It wasn't you
anyway.
anyway.
It's not you. Like it's like you
But
look
I
back at the music
respect
videos and
it,
like you tell him like it's not really him.
Imagine
like
he was trying to make money. And he'd rock up and dress like he has a lot of it.
Yeah.
Now he has a lot of it,
now
and he doesn't dress
like
up at all.
Yeah.
Because of what he's actually trying. Even we'll approach it later. Even Ye is on that term now. Ye used to swag, bruh. Ye used to swag. But because of what they trying to do, they have to let go of the swag, bruh.
With
all that expensive stuff.
But Ye's clothes though, like I love them, right? Like this it's so weird, right?
Do you mean you love them?
Talking like previous Ye or now Ye?
No, I'm talking about now Ye. Like I'm loving the hoodies. Like they look dull and they look weird, but like I'm like snap, they look like it's my type of wear. You know what I mean? It's like because I don't really
understand you.
Yeah, it's like I don't really. Man, I'm not really with. I'm not really with the Jordans and whatnot and all that stuff. That everyone's kind of on and stuff like that. But him, like, it's like simplicity. It's like dullish. It's like a dullish look, right? And I'm like, snap, man. I like it. Like, I like
Works.
it. Yeah, I like his dullish look. Like, I like it. It's bland, but it
works.
Like, I like it.
Yeah.
He just needs to let go of the jewelry now.
Nah, but he's not like on a high tip of jewelry.
It's
like,
more like
simple.
I wear Rolex because
it's not like
these are the
vibes,
only,
dude.
these are only watches I have Rolex
Dude.
and a small nice chain which you can tell cost like
Simple.
40K.
Like simple, like
teeth.
a small chain.
Yeah, it's still up the teeth. Yeah.
Those
The scary
grills.
thing about this guy Kanye West, honestly, guys, if you look at it, for the past 10, 12 years,
Yeah.
this guy has made our life pop culture.
Yeah.
The way you dress, the way you sound, the way you try and look cool.
Not true.
All him, he influenced.
Not
The way
true.
the way you dress right now, you might say, you know what, this is not a Kanye West star. But if you look at the design of the jean, the T-shirt, who came with that 10 years ago?
Yeah. Even
That guy has influenced
even
pop
Jay-Z
culture.
was influenced by
Yeah,
Kanye.
pop culture. I'm talking
A
the Chris
lot,
Browns,
bro.
the Rihannas,
A
the Jay-Z's, the Beyonces, the guys that we now, if you want to swag, we all know this kind of gene because Chris has had this gene.
Yeah.
That is yay influenced.
Man,
Yeah.
that guy is like, obviously, like, apart from the controversy that is happening, we just can't take away from the fact that this dude is
influenced.
gifted when it comes to this. Like, when it comes to trend setting.
Yeah.
Like, he's gifted at it.
The
man.
scary thing is that this guy has literally influenced the way life is now.
That is true.
It's scary, and we're all looking at him like, nah,
He
he's
is
crazy.
culture, bro. He
Like
is
we look at like it's crazy, but tell me everything from the sound back then. Who switched it up?
Dude.
He did. The reason why we hear now with the sound because
The samplings, the samples.
Exactly, because see, hip hop was a boom boom. There's one guy who came and switched it up and said, "Listen, we're gonna evolve." It was him and Jigga.
Yo.
Now hip hop is constantly evolving because of two niggas who say, "You know what? Let's start off the evolution. Let's not keep it the same."
Even J. Cole and them are jumping on a wave that Ye started.
Ye started.
Because J. Cole, I listened to J. Cole's beat making and stuff like that, and how he makes beats, and I'm like, man, this sounds, I don't know, it's like, it's so attached in some weird type of way
to Ye.
To Ye. Like it's like inspired by
What
by
hasn't he-
Ye. I'm not
This
gonna
guy
lie.
But he does
This
say
guy
that
has
he's
touched
inspired
everything.
by
Does he say that? I've never heard that.
This guy has
I'm not
touched
gonna lie, I'm not
everything.
gonna
No,
lie,
like
I've never-
if
I've
you
never heard
follow
Cole.
J. Cole, like
To the point where-
everybody that influences him, he
Yeah.
says, once he does something, it's like, influenced by this, blah, 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 blah. And he
will
always
not
says
lie.
in his production, he's influenced by Kanye.
Yeah, this guy will not like.
I can tell.
Because
I'm not
I
gonna
remember
lie.
after Born Sinner, he had, and I'm straight up tell you the truth. This is some chicken style kind of stuff. I'm gonna cut it off. No, like when Hope is in studio for like 3, 4 months, the
Yeah.
nigga will not touch his hair because
Yeah.
he says he feels like I'm in the zone right now and I feel okay in
Yeah.
the zone with how I feel.
Yeah.
And the new haircut, it gives you a new feel like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
cooler.
Yeah.
Meaning that whole zone you were in is
It's
changed.
gone.
So I'll keep
Yeah.
it until I'm done with the album. So when they asked him, what's up with the hair? It's like, I'm not gonna lie, fam. I stole this from Jigga.
I like that. You see, I didn't know that J. Cole was inspired by Kanye, like, in terms of
Yeah.
production-wise. I'm not going to lie to you. That's the first time I'm hearing that from you, LZ.
Yeah.
But I can just tell from listening to his beats, because I'm like, snap, man, there's just something about his beats. Yeah, I'm like, it's got some yay in it, man. I'm not
But
going
a
to
lot
lie.
of people are influenced by Kanye. It's just that they don't want to say it.
And then now the entire world is
I
calling this
think
guy crazy.
I believe
man.
that.
Bear in mind that like 15 years ago, if this kid wasn't around, we wouldn't be living the same.
Man.
The dress code, the sound wouldn't be
Man.
the same. Now we're looking at
100%.
this guy like, yeah, you've been crazy.
Yeah.
If you even listen to his interview with Charlemagne, he even mentioned when he worked with Jay-Z on Watch the Throne, like, he mentioned things like which made me which actually like educated people in terms of how much influence that guy has. Because he sat down Jay and told him, this is the situation we're going to do with this album. Talking sound, what, and how they're going to do it. And I'm listening to this guy. And he started naming people. I'm like, I don't know these people.
Bro,
But
what, are you
I
talking
wrote
about
their
Kanye? Are you talking about
names
Kanye?
down. Yeah.
This guy
and
knows
I wrote
something.
the names down, bro.
Names,
I'm like,
bro.
I need to research these guys.
Yeah.
Because if Ye
knows about them,
something's going on. Something's going on. That is just such a pity that I only watched this interview today because I really want to like reflect on it. But then,
you talking about the Charlemagne interview?
Not the TMZ one. We'll talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that one day. But the one with freaking Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Dude, the education.
Dude.
Yay.
Have you seen it, Jay?
I haven't seen it yet,
man. You need to see it,
bro. Like, I used to say this casually before. After that interview,
dude,
man,
no.
This guy's a genius.
No.
He looks crazy.
Nah, that dude.
But nah, he's what's
like
this guy's name?
He's
Einstein. He's Einstein.
Einstein
looked crazy, but he was freaking smart.
Look,
Kanye's on that vibe.
Oh man, I don't even know. Like, let me not lie to you, ne? I saw the interview yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So we're recording this basically this is Wednesday, the day after the interview came out, right?
Yeah.
I saw this on the Tuesday, which is yesterday, last night. I watched this interview. I'm like, snap! I'm watching this thing. I'm listening to this guy speaking, and I'm like, oh my gosh! Like I'm literally having to hold my head and think. I'm like, I need to gather my thoughts because
really, guy, this you?
I'm like, this dude is going everywhere with this thing. Like you can kind of like, it's almost like he draws you into his thinking process, like how he thinks, how he reasons things out, like how he sees things, and how
his logic.
Bro,
is
it's
beyond.
crazy. Like it's like I had to stop. I had to pause the thing. I'm like, okay, no, I need to stop that. Otherwise, I'm gonna go crazy. Yeah. Otherwise, I found myself in a place. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go crazy.
You guys
I'm like, no.
After that interview, I was like,
dude, I've seen like a lot of Ye videos, and I felt like I've gone crazy because my opinions now have become like something where like no more human like, what the hell are you talking about drinking? I'm like, well, my friend, you'll find out eventually, but I'm not gonna. I don't have the time to explain to you right now, but this is it,
bro.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with Ye, ne? I feel like a lot of things, because he has to pause before he answers a question. He has to. When Charlemagne asked him a question, he had to pause literally, and it looks crazy. Like it looks crazy, right? It looks because he has to pause, and it's almost like he's looking to the floor.
He doesn't know
until they hear what comes out.
But he's trying. Yeah, he's calculating what he's saying. It's like he's trying to put together a sentence of everything that he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Because it's like thoughts are just running through his head like, and he has to literally pause and think, oh, it's okay, this is how I
want to address everything with this one.
Yeah, that guy's a genius,
dude. I went to bed. I'm not gonna lie. I went to bed and I was literally, it's like the whole interview was playing in my head and I was dreaming about the thing. I was dreaming about Kanye West. I'm like, okay, nah, this is crazy. I woke up in the morning. I felt like, okay, now you know what? Now I need to pray because I feel like I'm gonna go crazy. I'm serious, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I said, now I need to pray. Otherwise, I'm gonna go crazy.
I've never seen a thought process like that. They asked him like a simple question, man, about the whole Jay-Z situation. Now Jay-Z addressed it in his interview when
with
he
David
said
Letterman,
that,
right?
No,
not that
one. The one with the newspaper. The New York Times
one. The chief editor.
Okay,
I forgot the name.
I forgot his name.
Yeah. And then he said he felt that Kanye went too far when he mentioned the children in that whole situation.
Family. When he mentioned family.
Now, Kanye answers it in a way. Now, I understood, Jay-Z, what you were saying. I was like,
that makes sense.
I understand why you're upset with Kanye. But after what Kanye said, bro,
you're like, man, no one trigger.
It's like he said.
Wait, it starts with Charlemagne asked him. Wait, start with Charlemagne asked him the question.
How did he ask him the question? I should ask.
He asked him. Jay-Z says you went too far when you mentioned
family,
the children,
the
family. Do you think you went too far? And it's like, well, the thing is.
No, but like mention the pause. Make the dramatic pause.
You want to mention the pause?
Mention the dramatic pause that Kanye made, because he made a pause, right? Like he thought about it. He sat there like looking all bland and stuff.
You have to watch the interview to understand.
And then he came back and answered the question.
He's like, Jay-Z says I went too far when I mentioned family, but he says I'm his brother. So
that is family.
Isn't that family?
Cause Ye initially said it depends how you look at it. Right? He says it depends how you look at it.
Oh, yeah, that's his opening line.
Yeah, he says it depends how you look at it. And then he says, if you're family, if that's your family, and I'm your brother, then that's my family.
That's my family.
But if we colleagues, then yeah, I went too far.
If we're just business people.
Yeah, if we're just business, then yeah, I went too far.
Yo, I was like, oh, that shut me up, bro. I was like,
whoa! I'm like, whoa, dude.
He addressed Jigga,
whoa, dude.
And man, if you think about it, Hov used to go to this guy's house and drag him out. Whoa. Used to rock up, Donda, I want your kid, and drag him out. He was that close to Kanye's mom.
Man.
So of course, this kid who you literally helped raise,
bro,
feels like, you know what, I'm entitled to what you have. Yeah. B's your wife, she's my sister.
Dude.
Kids, I'm their uncle. You my brother. If I'm going crazy, I get to go crazy about you. And my family, which is your family.
But I knew that Kanye was going to be a problem for Jay-Z ever since that Taylor Swift moment. Yeah. See, from that Taylor Swift moment, how they distanced themselves from
all
Kanye after that.
I was like, the industry after that.
But for me, even before that, like even before the whole Taylor, they were close. But for me, the one thing now, this is the one scenario that I remember. That whole Maroon 5 situation, right? That situation, was it Maroon 5?
No, it was a Coldplay.
Coldplay, yes, sorry. Coldplay, thank you. That whole Coldplay situation, for me already there, I'm like, what kind of brotherhood gay is this? You know what I mean? Because Ye goes on to speak about it on his track. He's like, okay, wait, I made a song with Coldplay. And then
I told Jay that I got a song with Coldplay.
Yeah.
Next thing, Jay's got a song with Coldplay.
You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like that whole situation there, like already I'm thinking to myself, okay, like I feel like, okay, what's happening here? That's really, or so already for me, I feel like already their relationship just as brothers is kind of, it's been close, yeah, but it's been weird.
It's always had its weird
it's always had its weirdness, man. Yeah.
I think the issue with them is that they've never been able to separate the two. To them, we family in business, and in family, we still have this business mentality. Yeah. They don't know how to separate the two. They need to be business partners at work and family outside work. You can't have the two all the time. Can't. You can't miss business with pleasure. You cannot do that.
The one thing I've learned, I do not have a career in music. I have a career in doing something in music. But I've worked with a lot of artists to the point where I'll give an idea of something that I wrote, something like this. Yeah. And they're like, oh, okay, cool, I get your idea. The song comes out. And all I'm doing, I mix the instrumental, the beat, I send it back to you. Or I leave it there. You guys work. The song comes out. My exact line is there.
Whoa.
I said an idea, meaning this is how you should speak.
Yeah.
Just flip it this way. And I gave you an example of a line that I have. Well, now, my line is this. So do I come and address you? And then we start a beef, because then you're going to go crazy about this guy says I stole his line. I mean, essentially, you know that I was saying use something like, I was saying use the line. I was saying say something kind of like this. These two guys were supposed to understand, I'm an artist. Artists need to be alone with your art. I keep it here, my friend. Whether you're my brother or my mom, I keep it here. And only after it's recorded and it's a project, I'll ask for your opinion. So, hey, I'm planning on having a song with Coldplay, Jay. He's a rapper, you're a rapper. You're an amazing producer, an amazing rapper. He's an amazing lyricist. He likes you, your production, your creativity. So you just gave him an idea that you haven't fulfilled yet. So of course you're gonna go and run, because guess what? At that time, we're still competing rap-wise. Of course I'm gonna run to the idea of Coldplay. Coldplay is an amazing group, but it's not known yet, right? So I'm gonna go and jump on that. They're gonna make millions in the white market. Fine, I'll take part of that. And then now you hear the song, you're like, really? I told Jay I got a song with Coldplay. Next thing I hear, Jay's got a song with Coldplay. It's gonna happen, my friend. You're an artist. He's an artist. You're an artist. You're supposed to be alone with your art. Keep it to yourself. Don't go sharing. Much as your brother and you trust him that much, and don't go sharing.
And Jay-Z was smart about it, because he was already known for
those features.
Doing, albums with other artists.
Yeah.
Like he did.
But was that before or after Linkin Park?
After Linkin Park.
Okay.
He did with Linkin Park. So if Kanye oh no, Jay stole my idea. No.
Of course.
What? Jay-Z's been doing this.
Yeah, of course. He's been doing the whole crossover.
Jay-Z played it smart. He was like, yeah, no one's gonna believe it.
And the one thing they both failed at is trying to use Dion. They failed to use Dion. He is like a weirdo. He's like, man, you think I'm your close friend? Fine. Jigga, you think I'm your close friend? Fine. Jay says, I only knew this guy, like personally, now on this album. How many years has No ID been working for Rockefeller and Rock Nation? No ID. And you're saying you only had a personal conversation with him now on this album? Yeah. Like, where you realize, oh, shit, you had a wife and the kids and you do this and, oh yeah, you this guy? And Dion has been with them since day one.
Since day one.
You know what Ye was saying on the interview also, ne? He was saying, Guti, he feels like with the whole situation, Guti, there were people who will play both sides. They'll play both Ye and Jay. So they'll sit with Ye and they'll have conversations with Ye and they'll take a piece of the conversation with Ye and they'll go give it to Jigga like, yo, this is what's happening, this is what Ye is saying. So it's taken out of context.
Am I playing or am I being honest?
Yeah. Like, but if it's taken out of context, is it honesty?
No.
You are coming to me and saying this thing about me. I'm going to go tell him. He says this, I come back and tell you, am I being honest? I'm being an open book, meaning I'm not taking anybody's side. What you say, I take it to him. He responds, I bring it back to you.
But you're playing both books, bro.
How am I playing both sides?
Like, how is there loyalty in that?
That is very bad.
Like, how is that? How is there loyalty in that?
Who am I loyal to, one?
Huh? You need to choose who you're loyal to.
Listen, I'm signed here as one engineer and a producer.
Situation.
Okay,
but
fine.
you need to choose who you're loyal to.
For example, with No ID,
you can't be playing both sides.
I'm signed by Rock Nation.
Yeah.
One, I'm not your friend, Jay. I've worked with you so many years. There's a lot of stuff that you don't know about me, so I'm not your friend. Jigga, you too. I'm the guy who comes here. You guys look at like a weirdo or a freaking machine, and I do all this amazing stuff that you guys love, and then I get paid and I F off. So now, if you're gonna come and say, "Yo, Jay did this here," my friend. Okay, fine. Hey, Jay, apparently you did this. Okay. And he responds this way. Oh, wow, you think that? Okay. Yay. Well, he thinks this. I'm back here. I'm on mutual ground.
No, but
mutual ground is sitting them both down.
But it's not for me. I'm just the guy who's hired you. I'm not an exec in any of the companies you guys own. Yeah. And I'm just the guy who comes in here and I make beautiful music that you guys take and make millions with. Then I go home. One, you yourself do not go and consider me a friend. Neither does he.
Yeah.
They've never said, No ID is my friend. No ID is the guy who worked with me, who groomed me, like with the music. And then he got signed with Jay, and then they just ran with it. It was just Ye and Jay, and No ID was somewhere in the middle there. Get that? Somewhere in the middle there. So No ID was nobody's friend. I'm just like the white paper. If you come and lay a pen on me, a blue mark, Jay's going to see the blue mark. If he lays a red pen, I'm this paper. You're going to see the new red mark and know it's Jay.
I'm not saying that Ye was saying that No ID was the person. I'm just saying that when Ye was speaking in the interview, he was speaking about how there were people who were playing both sides.
Rockefeller.
Yeah. Basically, what they'll do is they'll take information out of context, give it to the other party, then take information from that other party, take out of context, give it to that party. So the next thing you have is these two dudes who are literally great at what they do, having conflict, some sort of conflict.
Nobody knew
who
would win and who would lose. Dame Dash is a freaking genius. I don't care who says what. Till this day, Dame Dash is a freaking genius. Dame Dash is the guy that told Hova to leave a deal. Walked into a boardroom and told you, listen, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Hova stood up and his crew and he effed off. He told a record label that was huger than his that, yo, you want to talk to these cats? You talk to me. This guy's like, but bro, he took a big white guy, held him. He was like, yo, this is my label. These are my boys. You want to talk to these guys? You talk to me. Then he walked out. A big label. Def Jam. Yep. Office of Def Jam. And you go grab a white boy, grab them like literally as if I'm going to beat your ass. This is my team. You want to talk to these boys? You go through me. You don't go and sneak around with Jay or whoever. Go through me. Then he effed off. Nobody knew that who would win, whether it be Hova or Dame, because Dame had the power. This one had the mind. He also had a bit of the mind, but slick is what this Hova guy was. Slick.
Yeah.
Quiet but slick. And this guy was loud and angry about it. So
slick,
there's nobody who knew who would win. So of course, if there's two guys here who are both powerful, and this is the label, we're part of the label, we don't know what's going to happen to the label. So let's play both sides. Whoever wins, they're cool with us. We still keep our jobs. At the end of the day, we need to eat, right? So, like, whether he's smarter and his vision I supported more, my friend, I'll play both sides because at the end of the day,
but it doesn't make it right.
Food on my table.
It doesn't make it right, though.
What's right, my friend?
Huh?
What's right?
What I'm saying is it doesn't make it right.
My question is, what the hell is right, my friend?
The right way is to sit both of them down.
Really?
Because, Jay, if I tell Steel something about you, and he relays what I said to you, ain't no way you're going to receive it the way I said it. Ain't no way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Which is why it's very important not to talk about what other people are saying.
How about you just don't say it?
It's best to say it to someone when they're telling you something about someone's like, yo, man, I hear what you're saying, but I feel like you need to tell
them yourself.
Yeah.
That's my point with this whole thing with Ye. People look at Ye as if he's crazy with the thing that he's doing right now, the hat and all that. Like, why is it crazy? And he didn't say one, it's a choice. He said it was like a choice. And he was right.
He said, are you talking about the slavery thing?
He was right. There was like hundreds of thousands of slaves.
Man, you know what?
And my friend.
Okay, are we going there now? Are we going there now?
Let's go there now. Let's go there. I want us to go there.
Let's go there. Let's go into that interview. Go, Jay. Go.
One, this guy said, if they had you guys for 400 years?
400 years.
400 years? I mean, that is like 4 centuries. It seems like it was a choice. Why? I believe why I said this, because, my friend, there were hundreds of thousands of slaveries. Yeah. My friend, I would rather die than for somebody to go and beat me and wake me up at 5 to go stand there and do this here for 24 hours and beat me and feed me. I would rather die, my friend. Dude. I will hold you and at least land a punch or a knife in you, and then your friends will kill me. I feel good about that. You can cause war like that, my friend. But here you are, like, you know what, guys? We're gonna just carry on.
Same thing I was thinking, Jay. You're trying to tell me,
bro?
Because this is the same issue why black people will always lose against white people.
Not anymore.
We're
not
still losing. Trust me.
Are you looking at your country, dog? But let's not go there yet.
Hey, bro, after what I saw in the news,
hey, man,
something's going on in our country. The biggest issue that we're having right now is that you'll have 1, 2, 3, 5 people maximum standing up for the rest of the nation.
Yeah.
The rest are like, we'll wait and see what's gonna go. If we're winning, woo, we'll make a noise. But if the other side is winning, we'll be like, yeah, I wasn't part of this.
Yeah, we'll be humble.
Yeah, which was the same thing that was happening back then in slavery days. Because it's the same thing that even happened in the Bible when the Egyptians
were enslaved for 400 years.
Yeah.
The Israelites were slaves for 400 years, sorry.
They left with Moses, but then when they saw...
Came for... We've been working for 10 years.
I'm looking at this. We ate, we did this, we did that.
We had all those.
Yeah, all we're doing is just walking. And we have to fend for food.
And my shoes are running out, my friend.
Nah.
What kind?
I want to go back. Same problem we had back then. Black people, the reason why we keep losing, unity.
Yeah.
Wait, have you guys checked out the movie Birth of a Nation?
Nah, I haven't.
You've never checked out Birth of a Nation. Have you checked out 12 Years a Slave?
I'll check that one out.
I've watched, so I've
checked out every single second of it.
So I've watched 12 Years a Slave, right? And I've watched Birth of a Nation. Now, the difference between these two movies is 12 Years a Slave, obviously is dealing with the whole slavery issue and stuff like that. I can't remember if they get released at the end or something like that. I can't remember the ending of the movie. But Birth of a Nation, the difference with Birth of a Nation is it's basically like a biography of a guy named Nat Turner, right?
Genius.
Who decided to revolt against slavery. So initially, this guy was like a preacher. What? So
he's a smart preacher.
Yeah. So he was a preacher and everything.
We have those.
The thing is, this is how he became a preacher, right? Oh, okay. The white family that he was a part of, that obviously belonged to, that owned him. So okay, this guy has potential to read. He's got potential to read. So they took him in. He was in the house. He was what you would call a house nigger, right? They took him in, brought him in, because there was a difference then. There was a house nigger, and then there was
field nigger.
Field niggas, yeah. So they took
Steel nigger.
Hey, this guy loves Jay-Z. Hey. Okay, so they took him in, and basically he grew up in the house, and he learned how to read and everything like that. And so what the white family did is they would take him, and he would preach, right? He would sometimes preach in the churches there, like white churches. Cool. And then it got to a point where one of in the family, like the main pastor died. The main preacher died. So he was obviously a white man. And so Nat Turner was supposed to take over the church. But because he was black,
he couldn't.
They couldn't. And so initially, because of that, when he died, the son obviously took over. And the son was like, no, you're going to go back to being a filth nigga. You're not going to be, so you're going to preach amongst the
your
black
people.
Yeah, your people. And basically what happens is, to cut a long story short, Nat Turner, Nat Turner's owner, one of the other preachers in the region's white preacher, gives that owner an idea. Listen, like the slaves are starting to kind of be a little bit, you know what I mean?
Too excited.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little too excited. They're starting to rebel a little bit more. They're starting to not want to do work as much. So let's take this guy, Nat Turner, and let's try go to each plantation, go to different plantations, and he'll preach to the African Americans, the slaves there, and he'll inspire them to...
We'll have them back in control.
To basically using the Bible. So manipulating words in the Bible, manipulating scriptures in the Bible to get these slaves to work, to get them to work and to obey their master initially. So they do that for a couple of times, and eventually, like, Nat Turner notices, yes, like it, man. Like, these places are hectic. Yeah, like these places are hectic. Like, I have it good at my plantation. Like my master's treating me well,
way better.
And other slaves, he's treating us well. But other plantations, they just straight up being really, really like enslaved.
Yeah.
And so it got to a point where he started to rebel a little bit, like Nat Turner. He started to rebel a little bit, and his master beat the heck out of him. But he only rebelled because he was initially, for him, doing the Lord's work in the sense that he was baptizing a man, and that man was white, and you weren't allowed to baptize a white man, right? So his master beat the heck out of him. And so that inspired Nat to go into the Bible and actually research this whole thing. Like, what does the Bible actually have to say about this whole master-slave thing? And he realized that for every word, for every scripture that they use to keep slaves as slaves, there's another scripture demanding slaves' freedom. You know what I mean? And in actual fact, there were more scriptures demanding freedom and talking about freedom than slavery, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, Nat then starts to form a gang, like not a gang, but like I'm just gonna use the word gang, a gang of, for lack of a better word, or a group of other slaves
others
around plantations, around different plantations, other than his. And so it's a bunch of men, and they had a whole plan. This is where we're gonna start. We're gonna go around killing every night, killing all the masters, all the white people, until we reach a place called Jerusalem, where they could get like weapons and stuff like that, where they could get weapons and then go on and take over the whole nation initially.
GOMD.
Yeah. But what ended up happening was one of the guys within his circle was this young boy, kind of sold out. So he was a sellout initially.
Yeah.
He's like he was there for a couple of killings, and it's like, I think when they were about to reach his master's plantation or whatever, he snitched. He went and snitched, and because of that, it ruined the whole plan. They still went into a whole war. It was still a whole war of blacks and whites, but initially they lost. The black people lost because initially now they knew, this was coming. And they went to Jerusalem first, got all the weapons first. By the time black people reached Jerusalem, there were no weapons there.
Shucks.
They murdered them all there. So, and what Kanye West is kind of speaking about in this regard of it almost, and this is what I don't like about media, right? Yeah. Is that it perpetrates things, right? So it makes Kanye say something he didn't say. Yeah. They're making him say, Kanye said slavery was a choice. When Kanye didn't say that.
That's how they titled it.
Yeah, that's how. When Kanye said, it almost sounds like it was a choice. Now there's a difference there. Yeah. I'm not justifying what Kanye said, but I'm saying there's a difference in.
I do justify.
I'm saying there's
even
a difference.
Even if he said that it is a choice, it's a fact.
Initially,
is a choice.
Initially, when you think about it, that's what it boils down to.
Yes.
Initially, like when you think about it rationally, but that's what we don't want to do. That's what we don't want to do as black people. I feel
one thing that I noticed even on Instagram. Like, everyone was playing the video of the other black guy that worked at TMZ. Everyone was giving him props, like, he spoke to Kanye. Like, but one thing is, no one wanted to listen to what Kanye said to him
because
afterwards.
Everybody knows Kanye is crazy, right?
Listen to Kanye's
that's what I don't like, bro.
When he says, yeah, you're saying that Trump is this, Trump is that, white people kill black people. But one thing that you guys are not saying is black people are killing black people.
True.
Why aren't we standing against that? Then the guy started to stutter. He was like, no, yeah, that is not what I'm saying.
There we
he
go.
couldn't answer.
There we go. Remember, guys, media, there's not one black person who controls me. There's one guy trying to take over. Yeah. So one, as they all know, like for example, now if I open my browser, I'm going to go up, say, my browser, and then there's going to be a few of those, like, oh, so this. I'm not going to go read that because my daughter wants. So as soon as I see the headline that Kanye West says slavery was a choice, that's the one thing that sticks to me. Then I go back to I use my Instagram, and then I'm done with it. Yeah. That thing sticks to me, that Kanye West thinks it's like a choice. So damn, this guy really has gone crazy. We run with that. Who controls media again?
Yeah,
I think we're allowed to say it. Who controls media?
White people.
Here, it's the Democrats, it's the left,
yeah.
bro.
No, she's in the country. So even if like he did say it was a choice in our country, 400 years it was popping off until a woman stopped it.
Exactly.
A woman decided to stop it and say no. After they took her husband and imprisoned for 27 years, she made it a point that the entire world finds out and hears about it. And then the entire world say, hey, South Africa, unless you stop this, we're shunning you guys. And then they're like, hey, you know what, guys? No, it's not go for, hey, Mandela, let's negotiate. We forgot that the one person who ran with the idea and said, world, look at us, was a woman.
Bro, you know what? I like that example, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I actually like that example.
That woman made the world look at South Africa and she was like, this is what's happening in our country. The world was like, you know what? Exactly. The woman, she stopped the import and export. So meaning, South Africa was struggling and they had to stop it. So I said, hey, my dear, we'll negotiate. It's not because we hate the killings, but they made it as if, you know what, it's fine, our souls are clean now. No, they all knew that the world was saying, we're not going to play with you guys anymore because, well, what you're doing, it's not good. The CIC would go ahead and shun you guys.
Snap,
and then guess what? It worked out. And then we said, Mandela freed us. How did this guy put in work in 27 years in prison? My friend, how did he put in work?
How?
27 years in prison. What are you doing to influence the world from prison? But your wife was fighting with two of your kids outside.
In prison.
And then you came out because this woman after 27 years wasn't touched.
And
she fell once. She fell once because she wasn't touched in 27 years. And she was angry, rightfully so. One, this woman was a caretaker, a social worker. So this woman is a natural carer. So she was angry because she saw all these people, the killings, the hurt. And she was there to help them, to do the wounds and all, to clean the wounds. And then this woman, of course, is angry. She's saying, Mandela, we have the power now. Let's turn it around. Instead of you as a husband to stand strong and be like, wife, I'm going to help you through this. I'll hold your hand. Eventually, this anger of yours is going to go and die. You're going to see we can create a better world. You say, you know what? This, what you're doing, is not, it's not okay with how I am. It's not aligning with my new being. So I'm going to go and divorce you. You're going to go divorce the woman who made sure that you are free. You are freed.
The whole divorce thing, I actually was watching these documentaries. The whole divorce thing was actually a political move.
Decision.
Yeah.
It was a political move, not influenced even by Mandela. Mandela didn't even want to divorce Winnie, to be honest with you. It was the party, the ANC, that wanted him to divorce Winnie. Because the stigma
she came with.
It wasn't going to go with the new movement, Mandela president vibe.
Yeah. Stompy now for Stompy, it's out that no, it wasn't her.
No,
now that she's
only
gone.
Now that she's there. And that made me angry, bro. Now everybody's like, oh,
Winnie Mandela, power. My friend, we hated this woman ever since 94. Desmond Tutu was like, woman, just please, I'm begging you to confess and ask for an apology. Like, I'm not going to do that. I wonder how he feels right now to know that, damn, man, I'm a bishop and I was saying this woman should go and confess to a sin she didn't commit.
Dude.
That's crazy.
But I'm sure Desmond Tutu knew the truth, though. Of course, I'm sure he knew the truth.
I don't even know. But like, what I'm thinking about, Jay, as you're speaking, what I'm thinking about right now, because like, I understand, like, I might not completely 100% understand the whole vibe that Kanye West is on right now, right? But one thing I'm getting from it is that it's sparking conversation in a way that conversation hasn't been allowed to be sparked in a while.
And I think that's what his aim is.
If you know Ye,
even though he's okay with it.
If you know Ye, you know this is a strategy for something amazing. And my friend, like, I'm not talking this is a music or fashion. I'm talking global impact.
Something big.
Yeah. Like, dude, it's like I said, listen to Hover on his verse. And then now see what's happening with Kanye West and T.I. and those guys. T.I. now has become the Malcolm X.
Yeah.
T.I. is like, if he puts his hand on your brother, take him to the morgue, nigga. It's fine. Yeah. We'll stand here and say, listen, we okay with using your restaurant. We can afford this stuff. Yeah. We'll help our people as us to afford your stuff, and they'll be there. But my friend, treat them like kings, because guess what? Without this money, you don't have that. But guess what? If you dare mistreat them, we're going to come stand out here and take you to the morgue. If you dare put your hands on my brother, I'll take you to the morgue. Oh. That's T.I. now.
Is that T.I. right now?
T.I. right now,
I haven't been following with the T.I.'s tip right now.
No,
but I did listen to. I did listen to the song that they came out with, Ye versus the People. I even listened to the
conversation they were having.
The making of Ye. I watched it. It was very interesting, actually. I found that to be very interesting. How they made that whole
see the whole Malcolm X thing, because I was thinking the same thing.
He's that guy now.
Because everyone is like, yeah, Kanye, and T.I. is like this.
Let's have a conversation.
Cool, nice one.
Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, he's just like the nice one. Listen, I can do this, you can do this. Fine, fair. But listen, should you dare put your hands on my sister, my wife, or my kids, or my brother, I'm taking you to the morgue. I need you to understand that for me, as a man, I'm fine with that. Don't tell me, no, I have to go and open a case against you. No, my friend, you didn't open a case against her. You put your hands against her now. You showed her your power. It's time I show you mine.
Yo, and apparently...
And that's equal. That's justice right there.
And apparently, I don't know the whole story between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, right? But apparently they didn't really see eye to eye in that regard.
Disagreements.
Opinions.
Yeah.
I see you, Mr. Nice. No, let's play nice, guys. We can go and change the world. We don't have to change the world. They just need to see that we are stronger than they are, and we are okay with the fact that they can exist. That's Malcolm X. You can exist, my friend. Fine. Understand that I'm stronger than you like now, hence you guys can't come and touch me here, because I will do what you think you're going to do to our people first before you. And this guy was like, no, we can do it peacefully. We can negotiate. It's like, we do not need to negotiate. We don't need to negotiate with these guys. They need to see that we can do it. And they need to be okay with that. And so I was like, no, but they're not going to see it that way. We can be nice and peacefully talk. Because he was that kind of guy. He was a pastor one. And then you meet a guy in the street who's like, yo, pastor, I see what you're doing. It's not going to work. This is how I'm doing it. And then you see that I got 100,000 people here. You got 100,000 people. And now you and I are having this beef. You don't have to. That's your corner. Just run there. I'll run here with mine.
But do you guys agree with the fact it's fine with how Martin Luther King wanted to do it, and it's fine with how Malcolm X wanted to do it? Like,
I was okay with both.
I'm okay with both.
Because one had that firm discipline, the other had the loving one. Yeah. We need both.
Those two work hand in hand.
Balance.
Those two work hand in hand.
So for me, with the whole Kanye West thing there, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's really got me thinking a lot, right? And it's got me thinking about, especially this whole thing is when he says it almost sounds like slavery was a choice, and we're speaking about it now, obviously, and we're saying initially when you think about it, it kind of was a choice. I mean, you watch Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
And you watch the ending of Black Panther. You watch how Killmonger wanted to go out. He's like,
he wanted to go and kill white people.
You know what I mean? No. And besides, like when him and T'Challa finish fighting and he loses, right? Yeah. He's on the brink of death, and T'Challa says, "Listen, we've got the equipment to heal you. You know what I mean? We can heal you, bro." And he's like, "No, heal me and do what with me? You're gonna heal me and then put me and enslave me and put me in jail?" He's like, "No, I'm sorry. I'd rather die peacefully." Exactly.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And initially when you think about it, now of course this is another thing I was thinking about. Like I was thinking about, okay, cool, black people could have done that. They could have just chosen to, I'd rather die than be a slave. Yeah. But then wouldn't that have wiped out a whole entire nation?
We would have won that war.
Would we have ever gotten to a place where black people are still in existence?
Of course.
Trust me, we would have won.
We are the stronger bloodline.
White people would have been dead.
We are the stronger bloodline.
Trust me.
My friend,
if mentally
your bullets can run out.
We going after them, trust me, we would win, hands down.
Like another thing that
But guys, if you think about it, though. Okay, let me let Jane.
Now it's too late because they got all the weapons.
I have a weird point that I'd like you just hit me now. Kanye West might be an actual genius, philosopher as well, that we're sleeping on. This guy says, one, for this whole thing of just make America great. You guys said something. I'm supporting this thing. Yeah. But
he's gonna flip it over once he wins.
No. Let's think about it. Freedom is actually saying there's no white, no black in my life. Yeah. I affect my own life. Like I got millions, I got brands, I influence the world. Mm-hmm. I do not need to constantly think in the white man. In America, they always, the white man doing this here, so you are never happy. Yeah. Because you can't say on that, the white man is enslaving us, is still enslaving us. My friend, if you take a minute and stop believing that the white man is doing this and the black man is doing this here, you see how beautiful life is. You can actually live. You wake up and go to work, and you see your wife. You wake up, you have dinner with your wife, you see your friends, and guess what? Tomorrow you go and do it again. But then if you're gonna be this white man, as all Americans are. So I think what this guy is like, he's trying to free himself by saying, okay, cool, America, I see what's going through you guys. But guess what? It's a mind state. Yeah. We are all here. Of course, all these things are happening. The killings, the cop killings, and blah blah. But guess what? It's not as terrible as it used to. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to forget that this guy is white and this is what's happening with white America and black America. I'm going to free myself by saying, okay, cool, I'm white and an African American. And this is why I'm going to live my life, because I seem happier that way. Because I'm not constantly on the white man. Everybody in America is on that tip. Whether you're a rapper, philosopher, a businessman, the white man is doing this. And it's worse now. It's Trump. I wonder what he's going to do to black people. So they're constantly worrying about that. So do you think you're going to be happy?
And Trump didn't even do anything to them.
Friend, you have 4 years. 4 years with this guy. You're going to spend 4 years of your life on that tip. Oh, I wonder what this white man is going to do. Instead of, okay, cool, I'll see what you're going to do. Let me live my life.
You know why black Americans are angry, like in America and stuff like that, right? Apart from the fact that they feel like Trump is racist card, they're angry because Trump obviously is taking away all the welfare, he's taking away all the support thingies, whatever, all the. He's like,
has he though? Has he?
How long has he been in office? I don't know. I don't know if he has yet, but that's the conversation, that he's wanting to take away welfare. He was wanting to take away all these support things.
What? Obamacare?
Yeah, Obamacare. Basically, they want to take away like welfare, which is in South Africa
which is actually causing more poverty. Actually,
but if you think about it,
it's doing the same thing in our country.
But if you think about it, though, like if you think about it, LZ, né? Because even people like Charlemagne, in that interview with Ye, is admitting, Guti, you know what? It's like welfare and all these things are not helping the black community prosper. They're helping sustain poverty. Yeah. You understand? It's making you dependent.
It's not sorting the real.
It's making you dependent. It's making you dependent on the government, and that's what Kanye West is trying to make people. That's where the Candace Owens lady comes in. Also, the Candace Owens lady is coming in saying, what you guys are not seeing is that the Democrats are making y'all dependent on them instead of making you independent thinkers and independent workers and people who are just independent, right? And so what Trump is doing is he's taking away welfare. He's wanting to take away welfare because he's wanting Americans to grow up and grow a sack and work, and that's what he's doing. He's wanting to create job opportunities. He's wanting to create job opportunities so that Americans can get up and do it for themselves and create wealth for themselves. Yeah. And the one reason that I picked up from the interview, one thing I picked up from the interview, watching the interview with Charlemagne and Kanye, is the fact that Kanye is not really, he's not a Republican. He's not a Democrat either.
He's not.
But there are qualities that he views from Donald Trump. Wow, you know, I like the fact that Donald Trump could do this thing and he could make it happen. He could actually run for president and become the president. So for him, he's like picking up that whole thing, because what I've noticed from Kanye West, he learns from the best. Yeah. That's his thing. It's like his thing. Like he knows all these names of these fashionistas. He knows all these names of these businessmen. He knows all these names of these people, these icons and legends.
I never knew the name of the guy who owned Polo until Kanye West said his name. Ralph Lauren.
I don't.
Ralph Lauren.
Bro, there are a lot of names. Like Kanye West mentions names. He goes through names like crazy. And I'm like, who are these people that he's talking about? And you never know about them.
I'm about to say something that some people who are going to listen to this are going to hate me for and question me for it. And they're going to think I'm retarded for saying this.
Yeah.
They're going to think we're all retarded.
Donald Trump. I'll put him right next to, and I say this carefully, right next to a genius guy that we once had as a president, Thabo Mbeki. The only genius we've ever had as a president. This guy is an economist. He studied in the US, economy blog. He knows literally how to make an economy in the next 4 years flourish. We had that. Until he said, I'm going to stop grant for kids who are pregnant. Then the Africans are like, what? Because guess what? Because you know that if I'm going to do this thing and I'm pregnant, the state is going to support me. That's exactly what Donald Trump is saying. This is what I'm going to stop so you can get your own balls and get to work and flourish.
Exactly.
The Jews are flourishing in America. The blacks who decide, you know what, I don't care about the state, I'm going to do it myself, are flourishing.
True.
The whites are flourishing. Italianos are flourishing. The Mexicans are even flourishing in America.
They work.
But black people are
not. Black people because the state owes us this. We had that here. And the only genius president we've ever had, we kicked him out. Now America...
He's no longer even in our country, bro.
Now,
how bad it is.
America has the very same thing, and America is crying because they have a human who's saying, grow the F up and work. This is how you flourish and your kids and your nation will flourish if you go and build your own. And if for example, you're a grown-ass man with a kid and a wife, and I'm feeding you as a state, so I'm going to feed you, eventually you'll grow old and die. I'm going to feed your kid and your wife. Your wife's going to die, and then your kid is going to grow up, and if his kids, I'm going to keep on feeding him until they die. My friend, you don't have any wealth. Your name has no wealth at all.
Bro.
Dude, just think about it as a black man, your bloodline. He's got no wealth.
Bro.
Whatsoever. So get up and work. That's what we're saying.
And that's the thing with Kanye. That's what I'm picking up. He's just on that whole tip of, I like the fact that this guy. And the fact that he could run for president without any presidential qualifications and become the president of the United States.
On his own money.
With his, exactly.
And everybody was laughing when someone ran for president. We all laughed.
You know what? This is another thing you're reminding me of, actually. Because the thing is with Kanye West, right? This is the truth that he was speaking, the facts that he was speaking. You're speaking about how the music industry is set up in such a way that it's designed to get you on. They put you on, they get you on a deal, and they get you sucking, and they get you on tour for the rest of your life. Basically, like that's how it's designed to. It's not designed to actually make you wealthy enough to get out of it.
Yeah, you simply work for an industry.
You're always going to be playing in the game.
Yeah,
it's not designed.
You're feeding the industry.
Yeah, it's not designed to get you out of the game, looking outside of the game,
and wealthy.
Which is why people keep coming back all the time after they leave.
And that's the thing with Ye. He was saying, I'm more hungry for information than I am for anything. Because that line. Yeah, he's like, I'm hungry for information than I am for money. He's like, a lot of people thought when I was saying that I'm broke and I want money, that I actually wanted money. What I actually wanted was information.
Because
on how to get that
money. How to get that money. Because he's like, would I rather take the money or the information? He's like, I'd rather go for the information.
Because the information is how to make money.
Exactly. And I'm like, snap, listen to this guy. And that was one of his frustrations with Jay-Z as well. Because he feels like he's got information for days. But he's not sharing. Like he even said, you guys think you listen to 44 and you guys think he's dropping code? We know that there's a lot more code. He's dropping the code that we already know about, but he's dropping it in code. Like, we already know this information, but he's dropping it in code, and you guys are listening to it, and you're thinking, oh, snap, Jay-Z's dropping jewels. But Jay-Z is not dropping the actual jewels.
This guy said, I saw an apartment for $2 million.
Man.
2 years later, that's what, $20 million. How do I feel? Dumb. We're like, oh, he should have bought it. No, my friend, shouldn't have bought it. Shouldn't have bought it. You should have bought the space they were going to go and improve on it.
Which is what Ye just did.
You see?
Ye just bought 300 acres, bro. 300 acres. Did you see the space?
I saw, dude.
That was unbelievable. Jay, this is crazy. Let me show you a picture, dude.
I see a building's this high, and they're gonna improve right to this side. How about you just buy the airspace?
Yeezys are gonna hit $1 billion this year, bro.
Who, Yeezy?
The company.
Yeezy.
You want to know why?
He
wants to run for president.
Check this out. 300 acres. All of this. This is his, bro. I'm just showing Jay right now pictures.
This guy bought this?
This is his. All of that. That's his, bro. 300 acres of land.
And then someone's going to tell me, yeah,
300 acres of land. And what he's talking about is he wants to be the best real estate developer in the world.
This guy can
To have ever existed.
To have ever existed. That's crazy. Because he's talking about 300 acres. Okay, cool. What I want to do, he's like, I've been to mansions. I've seen these mansions. And they suck, bro. They whack, bro. He's like, they whack, bro.
This guy's a born artist.
He's like the ideas that I have. He's like the ideas that I have. I'm like thinking, okay, I can understand why people are saying this is crazy talk. Yeah. Because initially it sounds crazy.
But then any kind of art, any form of art that he touches
is a mind piece, bro.
Dude.
Which actually makes me want to go back and listen to Yeezus, actually.
You know what? I actually might want to give it a chance.
Because
I'm not gonna
talking
enjoy
about
it.
this on that album, but it didn't really sing.
You guys slept on it.
I might want to go give it a chance.
I think I want to go. And
I didn't like it
as an engineer. Then you're gonna hate it.
I didn't like it at all because of the sound. Like Sonic.
I hated my beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy Sonic.
You hated it?
No,
you hated it?
Distortion,
Get out.
my friend.
No ways. No, don't even.
That was the first time. That was the first time he made it work.
No.
That was the first time he made it work.
Bro, no.
Distortion was
no,
friend on that album. That was the first time he actually made it work. On Yeezus, it is LZ.
LZ, no.
I love the album. No. Don't get me wrong.
Quality control, my friend.
It's one
quality control. Quality control is lacking.
Some things I was like, nah.
Quality control on Yeezus is lacking. It's like it wasn't touched.
I know that much.
Okay, I don't want to hear that.
You guys are talking, obviously, sound engineering.
I really don't want to hear
language.
that.
I don't understand that. but all I can tell is I know what my ear hears, and the fact that I listened to Yeezus, and I was like, I have no ways, bro. It's just it sounded like you know what do they call this genre of music? That rock that's crazy. Heavy metal. It sounded like heavy metal mixed with like actual rock, but like it's just weird, dude. It just
Randy.
It was just
weird.
I
need you to go home and play one of your beats and simply record yourself making weird noises and rapping at the same time, and then just don't touch it at all.
It was just weird.
Just go and have it, and then record your ad-libs, record your verse, then don't touch it. Tell me how that sounds.
Obviously, it sounds terrible. Whoa! That's not why I want to listen to you.
I think I want to listen to the content. I want to listen
to what he was
saying.
saying.
What he says. I want to listen to what he says.
I think there was information.
Yeah, I definitely want to listen to what he says.
If I remember his interview with when he went to the Breakfast Club and he was talking about the album, when Charlemagne told him point to his face, album's trash.
Yeah.
Charlemagne told him straight to his album was trash. Like,
because honestly speaking, man, I really felt like it was trash.
To me, it was also trash at the time. But I think it's the information I want to listen to. Never mind the quality. Yeah. I hate. That's not going to change.
I want to listen to the content.
But the information.
Because it's so weird how the sound actually can make you
lose interest.
Yeah. And you could be dropping jewels. You could be dropping jewels in the music, but because of the sound.
Hence, Hover will literally go to the best guy in the world to master stuff just for a single before the album. He won't even say, "Here's my album." He'll even take a single, then put it first, and then bring the album later on because he knows the importance of quality sound.
Yeah, dude.
Don't just go and say a lot of stuff. It's like having a PA outside and trying to preach to people and spread the word. My friend, if that thing sounds like nobody wants to hear it. You could be dropping jewels that will take you directly to heaven. I don't want to hear that.
No, man.
Yeah. And other people's like, no, it's not about the quality. I'm like, hey.
The quality is important.
My ears, if they disturbed, I'm not listening to anything.
Yeah, the quality is important.
Man, I like right now, I really believe like everybody has a choice. And the smartest guys have decided, you know what? The happiest place you could be is home. And then the crazy ones who are actually the smartest ones are like, I'm never going to be happy until the world is a better place.
Yeah.
That's the Yeezys. Otherwise, you find a genius who realize that if you want to have a happy life, content, where you live to an old age and die knowing that I was happy, I'm peaceful.
Yeah.
Fine. That's who? J. Cole. He's figured it out.
Yeah, no, straight.
And then there's other guys.
Content,
and then there's other guys like Ye who are like, I'll be content once the world is a better place. And I find that to be, yeah, man, you're insane.
It's
Can
an
you
endless
please
pursuit. It's an endless
address
pursuit.
one artist, which people think that I hate, but I actually don't. Can you please talk about Drake for a second?
Yeah.
What is Drake's stance on anything?
Yeah.
There's
No, Drake has just been.
I've never met such a safe
Drake
artist
is
in
being
my life.
politically correct about
his mom.
I've never met such a safe artist.
Drake
in
isn't
my
standing
life.
for nothing.
I've never heard
bro.
Drake stand for anything.
He's not gonna stand for nothing, bro. He's just gonna release hits. But at the same time, I can't be mad at that. I'm not
He's gonna be Michael Jackson.
I'm not gonna be
if you
mad
think
at
about
that.
it, he's gonna be Michael Jackson.
I'm not gonna be mad at that.
Everybody's gonna love him because there's nothing wrong you've ever done,
I'm
man.
not gonna
Except
be
give us
mad at
damn
that.
good music.
I'm not gonna be mad at that, bro. I can't
Think about it.
I can't
Michael
be mad at
Jackson
that.
tried to save the world. The
How?
difference-
Save the world with music?
You tried to do it in music.
Hover. No,
He gave
this
dope
kid.
speeches also. The problem with Drake that I dislike.
You hate the nice guys in rap.
No.
Because you know how
I
hip
love
hop
Cole
is.
and Kendrick.
You know how hip hop is. But then if you see like a sweet, weird, nerdy kid, you don't understand him, so you don't like him.
No.
Because that's what it is in hip hop. Like
Drake
he's
is
that,
not innocent.
that nice
this
kid.
is the thing that annoys me. Drake is not innocent. That's the thing that
He
annoys
appears
me.
to be the nice, innocent
appears
kid.
to be, but
and you
he's
hate
not.
that. Why?
It annoys me.
Why?
Because he's playing it safe.
Why?
He is playing it safe.
And
But I
annoys
can't,
me,
like,
bro.
I'll tell you why I can't be mad at that, nah?
My friend-
I can't be mad at that because at the end of the day, LZ, for me, this is the thing, man. To each one his own. Everyone needs to run his race, bro. Like, if I think if I, in this moment in time, were to go into politics, bro, it wouldn't work out. It wouldn't be as impactful. It wouldn't have as much of a voice. It wouldn't do as much, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't do as much.
Do you remember
So the
Jay-Z's
guys in
speech?
America now. This is how the guys in America are doing it via music. I swear. Hover on top off was saying, "Hey, B is a first lady. I'm the guy."
Now,
Yeah.
I swear. That's what that verse meant. You guys are gonna realize it if you're like, damn, Jay was right.
I'm
Hover
not
did.
gonna lie to you. I wouldn't be surprised if Jay-Z ran for
I
president,
actually
honestly
want him
speaking.
to run, but I don't
He's not
think
gonna
he
do it.
should run unless
He can't.
now you can't because Ye is also.
No. Let me tell you why I
Why
can't.
do you
Let
say
me tell
he
you why I
can't?
can't. This guy, he never ever in his life spoke about the guys he stabbed or shot until the statute of limitation went past.
Yeah.
And I spoke about it on 444.
Yeah.
Smart man, because he knows that in America there's a statute of limitations.
Jay-Z shut your
Whatever
own brother.
crime you ever committed, there's like a few years where okay, cool, whatever you did now, it's washed away. So even if you did come out and say in public, we can't hold you for it because statute limit is passed. He stabbed his own brother. He shot a couple niggas. This nigga always rapping about was I sold stuff. You do not have proof. I'll talk about it and say I've sold this, but you don't have proof, so you're not gonna go and arrest me. But the murders that I've committed,
And the fact that he had a couple people do time for him that never
Exactly.
snitched on him.
exactly.
That are forever
so
in his
now,
circle now.
So now he can never because I have all these
Jay-Z
things.
is dangerous, man.
Jay,
Jay-Z is very dangerous.
that's honestly speaking.
My friend,
When I saw
I
his
really
business
feel like
partner
it.
in terms of Brooklyn Nets, the Russian guy. When I saw that guy, I was like,
Mafia,
this
dog.
guy's dangerous.
Mafia.
This guy is
Honestly speaking, no,
dangerous.
I think
mafia.
Jay-Z's got
Russians-
connects.
You
Jay-
think?
Jay's got
You
Jay's
think?
got connects for days, bro.
That was 24, and he was getting the coca in bulk at 24.
Nah, that dude has connects, man. Like, I think he holds
He's too
conversations. Like, I
intelligent.
was listening to Kanye on the interview talking about how he has conversations with Mark Zuckerberg. He has conversations with the owner of Louis Vuitton. He has the conversations with the owner of the owner of this and owner. So I'm thinking to myself, what about
He's
Jay-Z
just
on the
chasing
hand?
billionaires.
Jay-Z on the hand might be having conversations with a whole bunch of people that we aren't even aware of.
He's talking
like,
to the underworld, dude.
bro,
He's not talking to
New York.
Yeah, the mafia, bro.
That's
the,
New
the-
York.
The
If you know
Italianos,
New York,
bro.
New York is ruled by who? The
Dude.
mafias. This guy was able to go and build the Barclays Stadium there. Who did you have to go and address first?
Exactly.
John freaking Gotti. He's still in prison till this day. John Gotti. And guess what? He did it. Meaning he had somebody to go and put him together with those guys and say, you know what, fine, you're doing the most. Go do it. It's money for us anyway.
Dude. Nah,
Jay's
man.
dangerous, man.
So as much as we see this millionaire who's cool with music, there's a lot to that nigga.
do you think there was some truth in like what Kanye said? Like, you know, when he was still obviously like
crazy?
When
yes.
He was saying, don't send your killers.
Yes.
Dude.
It's like real killers. It's some three niggas.
Man.
It's not just three niggas on a pub with guns. It's some real killers.
I told people when they were saying, Kanye is crazy, I'm like,
yeah, but he's still dropping truths, though. Yeah,
Jay-Z has been saying it.
Brooklyn.
He's been saying it, dog. From Marcy.
If the toughest guys
he's
respect Jay-Z, like
from Marcy Project. Marcy, he even says it that I'm from the days where you had sneakers and you were up on the roof with an Uzi pulling it sideways and then you let it shoot. He was that guy. And here you go looking, nah, he's a nice guy. Because, no, dog, no. If you think 50 Cent was wrong,
dude.
Nah, dog.
50 Cent even respects Jay-Z. As much as he makes fun of him, he respects Jay-Z.
He knows
he knows what it is.
He has his limits when it comes to
He knows what it is, dude.
That's why he ended up messing with Diddy and left Jay-Z.
Dude, that's why everyone that's why everyone in the game, as it stands, doesn't want to mess with Jay-Z. Like, no one wants to take on Jay. Like on a real note. Like, not even the Nas beef was like that deep.
Yeah. Dude, there's guys.
Because
if it really got that deep, I'm pretty sure Nas wouldn't be alive today, man.
Dude, there are guys who are like heavy into crime who also rap. They pull up to Rock Nation to go pay respects to Jack and then they F off. How are you going to be out there in the streets of Brooklyn and you're known for these the murders and the money that you have is because of all these stuff and you're going to go pop in a Rock Nation office to go pay respects to this man who looks okay and then F off. That's when you know that if a nigga like Yo Gotti can say, yo, this nigga got me. Yo, Gotti is a G in the streets. He's known like heavily. As much as I'm signed now, I'm a pop star. Nigga, I'll pull up a gun out of my Lambo and spray y'all. And then I'll think about it tomorrow because I got big lawyers from Rock Nation. Yeah. He's on that steez. That guy, Alagama, rake it up. That guy, that's him. That, yo, if you want, nigga, go put it out of here and I'll spray on all you niggas. I'll think about it after.
That guy's dangerous, bro. Yeah. Jay is dangerous.
Yeah. So that's why I honestly think that verse on Top Dog, there's so much on that verse. Especially about the killings. Try that little fuck boy. Kill it up with my own hands on how back in the coop.
No.
I step out of my man. It says I step in the mud, I hop out of the suit. It means, nigga, I can go back to the Brooklyn, nigga. Quick, foot. Quick, I'll just hop out of the suit and go back to the mud. And I know the city got me. If I'm in Brooklyn, I need to hide. See, you will never touch me.
Yeah, dude. Nah,
imagine having to make those kind of statements and everybody knows it's valid.
Bruh.
And then after that, someone comes and tell you, it's a real shit to come out.
And then like you listen to the verse and it sounds nice.
Like, childish, yeah. It's like
it sounds.
It's playful.
Yeah,
it's nice.
it's not even a threat at all. But when you go deep into it, it's like,
okay, cool. Yeah, he's right.
I need to know what it is. I need to understand now. Maybe I was stepping
out
of line.
To hop back in the mud, I step out of the suit. Yo, dog.
No, man. Yo.
But George Zimmerman.
Yeah.
I'm wrapping it up.
This was a very insightful.
Nah, dude, for sure. Like
conversation. We need to have more sessions.
Yeah. Because especially like, he's still been tweeting. Obviously, like I feel like
we are still gonna have a lot of these about. I believe. He's still gonna shock us.
Yeah.
I truly believe he's still gonna shock us.
This is still the beginning.
I'm really looking forward to his album, and I hope he doesn't disappoint me on this album, man. Like, seriously.
I think he was teasing us with that Lift Yourself track.
No. It was a big tease. No. It was actually a diss to. It was actually like, if you know the backstory, it was actually a diss to Ebro. It was actually a diss to Ebro because Ebro was like, we want that verse, we want those bars. And then Ye tweets and he says, Ebro, I got something for you, man. The bars
for you.
He plays those fire emojis. There's the bars.
And he even says it in the track. Now this verse right here.
Right here. This verse right here. Scoop diddy whoop. Scoop diddy whoop. Scoop diddy whoop.
Yo, I laugh at that.
And if you look at it, and if you think about it, right, the title of the thing is Lift Yourself, right? Now, when you listen to the thing, you end up laughing, bro. You end up like laughing, like, oh my gosh, this dude is crazy. And you got yourself an uplifted spirit already. You like, you listen. I'm like,
Kanye is a genius, man.
I am honestly not anticipating that. I do not want to hear
I'm not either.
I don't want to hear
I can understand why you feel like that, though.
No, I love Kanye's.
I can understand why you feel like that.
I just don't want to hear it. Because me now, Like I'm at that point where whoever says I'm gonna drop an album, I'm like, okay, whatever. My friend, if
after KOD, I don't want to hear nothing right now. Unless you're on that vibe.
Like you see with me, like I play your album and I can hear from the beginning. I'm really gonna enjoy this right now for the next like 4 months. So I'll stop and not listen to it. The one thing that I want to know is how did K Dot get a pulsar?
Yeah.
How did K Dot get that? The first artist ever out of classical music to win that. That's a Mozart type of award, a Beethoven type of award, and a rapper won it.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I believe he shouldn't have won it. His producers should have. Because there's not one piece of instrument. There's none. So who should have won that? His producers on the album.
Did he not win the Pulitzer for his lyricism, like in terms of like his English?
That's not what it's about, my friend. That's not what it's about. It's about the music.
Because from what I was reading, it seemed to have like been about that. It seemed to have been as if it was awarded to him for that.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
See, the Pulitzer is for all the grades on pianos or whatever, like your composition of music. That's what it's for.
No,
and then this guy, as a rapper, went out and got it. Means I don't understand. Like whoever played on his album, I think they deserve that, not him, because that's what it's for, composition.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
adding to music.
Wait, hold up. But the thing is again, with Kendrick, if you take a look at Kendrick and what he's been doing, especially even on the Black Panther album where he proved it again, where he curates the whole album, right? So he oversees the whole thing. He's like, it's almost as if he's the executive producer of the whole thing.
I can choose my instrumentals amazingly, man.
Yep.
But then who usually wins the Pulitzer Prize in regards to things like Mozart and stuff? Is it not the person who put the whole composition together, who put the whole play together?
See, like Mozart, he wrote for every instrument, he wrote the note for it. Every single instrument, in all of his stuff, all of them, he wrote the instrument, the notes for every single one of them. And now you're going to give it to a guy who's simply going to rap over music.
Yeah.
Hova can rap over music. That's why they gave him the writers thingy, the Hall of Fame. They put him there because, his lyricism is amazing. How about Mr. You from Compton? We put you on the same blog instead of giving you a Pulitzer.
Because most rappers actually have ghostwriters, but they don't want to talk about it.
No, of course they know. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but
this has been amazing.
Yeah, it's been
Before we close off, just want to say, end this on a spiritual note.
Really? You that guy now?
Snoop won, didn't win, but his album is #1 on Billboard. The gospel album, Bible of Love, which has been really amazing. And on that note, we're going to end it. Jay, give us your handles, man.
At J Worldwide on Twitter, if I still have it, Twitter. Yeah, I still have Twitter. On Facebook, it's Junior J Kimber. Instagram at J Worldwide, man.
All right, cool. Steele_Dlamini Twitter, and I'm active on Twitter these days, guys, like crazy. Okay.
Yeah, and your wife is calling you.
wait.
I'm just kidding.
No. I need to get into work now, man. I need to get into work now. So that's Steele_Dlamini and Steele_Dlamini again on Instagram. But I don't use Instagram much, but you can still follow me on whatever.
I'm LG Braylon's Finest on Facebook, LG Braylon's Finest and Blueprint CEO on Instagram, and the same on Twitter, though I don't really tweet much.
You never do.
Blueprint Sessions all around, man. You know who we are. And if you got anything you want to ask us, you can DM us or email us at blueprintsessions@gmail.com. This has been really fun. Guys, Jay, thanks, man.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for having me, gents. It's been good. It's been good, man.
You too, dope.
Yeah, man. Thanks, guys.